What's going on? What's happening, fellas? It's your boy KD. Let's get right into it, man. So I had a follower on my Instagram who's also a subscriber on my YouTube channel, and he wanted to know, how does he know if a woman is right for him? Now, I didn't get too much into detail about this guy's situation. Obviously, he's dating a woman and he's thinking about taking it serious. All right, fellas, so I'm going to talk about signs and ways where you can know if a woman is good for you. All right, fellas, and right for you, and the woman that you should probably take serious in your life. Because obviously, as we know, most women are not worth taking serious, but there are some still high quality women out there that you can take serious, that can be a potential wife if you're a purple pill guy, or potential girlfriend if you want to keep her, for long term, or, maybe you want to make her your main chick. You need to know signs and, character traits about a woman that that shows that she's a good woman. It shows that she's worth it. All right, fellas, if you're new to my channel, the point of my videos is to help you become a top tier man, the best version of yourself, and live a fulfilled life. Obviously, one of the facets of living a fulfilled life is being successful with women. So that's what I'm here to help you guys out with. And if you want to grab one of my top tier fragrances, I have my top tier Charisma, which is my year-round fragrance. Also, the Superman, which is my summer fragrance. You guys go and grab that. I'm going to put a link to my website in the description, thetoptierman.com. You guys go check that out today. Also, you can schedule a one-on-one call with me so I can help you out with any area in your life, whether that be fitness, finances, women. Doesn't matter, man. I'm here for you guys, so you can schedule a one-on-one coaching call with me, either over the phone or Zoom. I'm going to put a link in the description as well for that. Now, how you know if a woman is right for you, okay? Or how you know if a woman is wrong for you. Now, this is not a one-answer question. All right, guys, because depending on who you are, depending on your personality and what you're attracted to, is going to determine whether or not a woman is good for you. But there are three things, okay? Three things from my understanding, okay? From my experience and from my observance, there are three things that can definitely tell you whether or not a woman is good for you. All right, guys. And the first thing, above all, is compatibility. Okay, whether or not you and a woman is compatible would definitely let you know whether or not she's the right woman for you. Okay, guys, because in my experience with relationships, obviously you guys know I'm purple pill, so I do long-term relationships. But my experience with relationships, and maybe I'm too young to say this, all right? I'm only 33, so I have a lot of learning to do. But from my experience with relationships, there are going to be things that you don't think that you would be okay with before you get into a relationship with a woman or before you start dating a woman. For instance, I'll give an example, okay, a quick example. I don't take medicine, okay, guys? I hate taking medicine. I don't think people should take medicine. I think people should use, natural ways of healing their body and getting better, getting over sicknesses and things like that. That's just my opinion, unless it's something crazy, unless you need like a painkiller or something because you got decapitated or something like that. That's different. But a minor headache, a cold or fever or something like that, I don't think medicine is necessary. Now, that is my opinion. That is what I don't think. But I've dated women who believe in medicine. Like they're big on medicine. They try to force me to take medicine. So those are things that I can compromise on. I'm just using that for an example, guys. But there are things like compatibility. That is something that you can't compromise on, because when you're not compatible with a woman, guys, it is going to be very hard to be happy with that woman. I'm going to be honest with you. Like I've dated women who I wasn't necessarily compatible with, and then I compared it to the women that I dated that I was compatible with, meaning we had the same likes, we had the same interests, we had almost the same temperaments and things like that. It makes the vibe better. People say that opposites attract. I don't necessarily think that opposites attract. I think opposites can attract for a short period of time. I may be wrong. You guys drop in the comments if you have any other perspective or experiences with that, but I don't think opposites attract. Opposites can be arousing for a short period of time, for attraction purposes, just physical or just excitement, like a good vibe. But over a long period of time, long-term relationship aspects, I don't think opposites would be good. Likes attract. Likes are better, because if you agree on most things, and I never really got the whole opposites attracting, because if you're opposites and you don't agree on most things, how are you going to have an enjoyable experience with people? And I understand in the short term aspect, you're just having fun with somebody, or you just dating around. Yes, opposites can be exciting because you're getting the perspective that you don't have. You're seeing your opposite pretty much. But when it comes to a long term relationship, I don't think opposites attract that well for long term. You want somebody that you're compatible with. Now, I'm not talking about this whole zodiac thing. I don't even know anything about zodiacs, but I hear people say, if your zodiac signs or your horoscopes or whatever don't are not compatible, then it's not gonna work out. That's childish, bro. If you're a grown man, I'm gonna just say this right here. If you're a grown man and you still believe in zodiacs, bro, you have a problem. You got a lot of growing up to do, G. All right, fellas. So yeah, compatibility, man. I think that's probably the number one way you can find out if a woman is good for you. If you guys got opposite views and opposite perspectives on everything, especially the major things, on politics, on religion, it's going to be a problem long term, because those are the things that you use to make big conscious decisions in your life. Politics, religion, health, things like that. Those things matter. They may not matter when you're just boyfriend and girlfriend and you're just messing around, but if you're taking somebody serious and you want to know if a woman is good for you or if she's wrong for you, that is a clear way to know whether or not you guys are compatible on the major things, on the big things. Like I said, man, I've dated women who I wasn't compatible with, and I've dated women who I was compatible with. And the women who I was compatible with, those women, I usually had longer relationships with those women. From my experience and what I can remember, the woman who I was the most compatible with, I was with her for the longest. I was with her for 6 or 7 years. But the women who I were not compatible with, those relationships usually probably last a few months, a few weeks, up to a year maybe. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, compatibility, man, it is everything. So if you guys have any experiences where you like to share, whether you were or were not compatible with the chick, and what happened, because whether or not you were compatible or not with her, please drop that in the comments. I want to hear you guys' experiences right now, because I'm doing some research on this, on mate matching and compatibility and hypergamy and things like that. So I want to hear you guys' experience. All right, let's move on to the next point. All right, the next way you'll know whether or not this woman is right for you. Well, I'll just say this. This is the way you can know if a woman is wrong for you. Because if you're watching my channel, if a woman is a feminist, and if you watch my channel, you're a subscriber and you've been watching my videos and you agree with most of the things I say, you won't last too long with a feminist. Okay, guys, because feminists have ideas and ideologies and theories that do not line up with 99% of the things I say. I don't think that feminists are good partners, for men. I don't think any feminist can be a good potential long-term mate, to be honest with you. And I'm talking about this new wave of feminism. I'm not talking about the old wave of feminism when they just wanted women to work and vote. I'm down with that, but this new wave of feminism with the women that say that they don't need men and, so on and so forth, we all know the story, all right? I just don't think those women are good for any man, to be honest with you. Any strong man. Now if you're a beta male, and you a beta male, and you blue pilled as hell, and you still, believe in 99% of the propaganda and news and media that goes on, and you sold yourself to, the government or whatever the case may be, man. You know the type of guys I'm talking about. If you're one of those guys, a feminist is great for you, but if you're a strong, competent man and you're trying to be a top tier man and you want to be successful with women and you want to have an enjoyable experience with women, and maybe get married and have kids later on in life, who knows what your plans are. But if it's anything of that nature, women who practice feminism or women who just have feminist ideologies are not good for you, because there are some women who do not deem themselves as feminists, but they still have feminist characteristics, okay, and feminist traits, and those are the women you need to stay away from. Now, I will be honest, and I will say this. I think every single woman, especially in the West, is programmed to a degree with feminism. Okay, guys, and I'm starting to see this, and I'm starting to come to peace with this, because it's just what's on the news. It's what's all over social media. It's hard to get around it. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to get around the heat when it's hot outside. You know, you can get in the shade, you can get in the AC, but you got to go outside at some point and you got to face it. And, you know, and then that's what feminism is to women right now. Like, you got ways where you can, you know, distance yourself from it, you know, by the people you hang around, you know, and things like that. But, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You know, it's out there. You know, it's hard for women to get around it. That's why, you know, and I don't coach women, but if I would tell any woman, if she wants to get a man and a real man, to stay as far away from feminism as possible, to be honest with you, you know. But this is a clear way you can know if a woman is good for you or not, whether or not she's a feminist. All right, I'm here to tell you guys, do not date feminists. Okay, guys, you will not have a great experience. I'm sure some of you guys watching this have been with or dated or maybe even went to the point of marrying a feminist, and you reap the repercussions. Okay, I mean, it is what it is. That is how it is. You know, I mean, I told you guys a story before about how I interacted with a feminist. I didn't necessarily date her, but I interacted with her, bro, and it was the worst 10 minutes of my life. You know, I took this chick out on a date. She ended up being a feminist. You know, I quickly ended that date. I have zero tolerance for feminists, bro. You know, I think that's part of the reason why the world is how it is now, which is pretty much going on a downslide. You know, I got a lot of hope for the world. You know, I got a lot of hope for America, but it's crazy what some of these ideologies are doing to the world, especially America. You know, but don't date feminists, guys. That's my point. All right, fellas, let's move on. Now, the last way you can know if a woman is good for you or not is if she has no religion and no faith. Okay, guys, this is a clear way you can find out if a woman is bad for you. Now, again, if you're atheist, this doesn't apply to you. If you're atheist, you're probably not a subscriber of mine because I'm a big believer in faith. I'm a big believer in God. So you're probably annoyed with me at this point if you are atheist. But if you're not atheist, like probably the majority of people who's watching this video, if a woman does not have a faith or religion, bro, stay far away from her. You know, now I will tell you this. It is preferable that you guys do have the same faith and religion. It makes it better. You know, it makes decisions easier when it comes to testing your faith or religion. But, dude, she got to have one. You know, like, as you guys know, I'm Muslim. So I can only be with or marry a Muslim or a Christian woman. You know, and that's a non-negotiable for me. You know, like at first, you know, when I first converted, you know, to Islam, I wasn't as knowledgeable about it. So my whole thing was I only wanted to be with a Muslim woman, or Muslim women, you know, as far as multiple wives. But, you know, I'm learning my religion, Islam, more and more, and I'm understanding that I can be with a Christian woman as far as marriage, as long as, you know, she practices her religion, you know, as she's supposed to. And I'm down for that, you know, but, you know, growing up in the church, growing up in a religious family, you know, being around religious people, practicing my religion, you know, understanding the world, understand why bad things happen, understanding why good things happen, being with different women, being with women who were of faith, being with women who were not of faith, being in all these different situations and scenarios has helped me understand that the best women in the world are women who have a faith and women who have a religion and women who practice their faith and religion. Straight up, bro. You know, straight up, like 100%. I'm going to call a spade a spade. I'm not going to say, oh, well, God loves everybody. Yes, God does love everybody. But everybody has their own decisions that they make for themselves, you know. And those decisions will be based on morals, will be based on principles, values, you know, honor, legacy, respect, things like that. You know, and if a woman does not have a faith or religion, it's a less chance that she's going to make better decisions because she doesn't have that conviction that women of faith have. You know, it's a certain type of conviction that women of faith have. Now, I'm not going to say all women, you know, because there are a lot of women in the church who don't practice their religion. You know, a lot of men that don't practice their religion. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. That's a simple fact about it. So you can't expect, you know, just because somebody does go to church or they do read the Bible or they pray or whatever, that they're going to be perfect. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the likelihood of a woman making a stupid decision or make an immoral decision is way lower or way less compared to the woman who does not practice faith or do not have a religion or anything like that. That's my point. Okay, it's just the probability, bro. That's all it is. You know, yes, it is possible for a holy woman to do something stupid like cheat or lie or steal or things like that. But the likelihood of it overall generally is way lower with that type of woman compared to a woman who does not follow God. All right, fellas. I mean, it's simple to understand. Yes, you can debate about this all day, but I mean, it's numbers, guys. All right, it's strictly numbers. Okay, it's easy to understand. Simple fact about it, if you are having trouble finding a good woman, and you keep running into thoughts, and you keep running into a certain type of woman that is not good for you, I'm just gonna say this: you attract what you are. You have to check yourself at some point. Now, if you run into a woman and she's, a chameleon, and she's playing like she's this, she's playing like she's that, and then her true colors come out, okay, yeah, you messed up, you learn from your mistakes and move on. But if you find yourself continuously running to the same type of woman, and this woman is not good enough for you, then you have to start checking yourself and understanding why you're attracting that type of woman. Okay, straight up, 100%. Because anything that you constantly get or anything that you constantly receive it's something about you. I mean, you can say whatever you want. You can say women ain't this, women ain't that, but fellas, be honest with yourself, man. There is something about you that is attracting whatever woman you get. That's why I laugh at these chicks, like these chicks that post these reels and shorts or whatever on Instagram and stuff, and they talk about how all these bad experiences they have with men. And I always think, man, if these chicks were smarter and they were trying to get a man, they wouldn't do that. Because I think a lot of people don't think, so a lot of people will feel bad for that chick who keeps running into all these bad men and who keeps having bad experiences. How I look at it is like, chick, that is what you attracting, so that says a lot about you. So if I'm the type of person and I keep attracting bad people, I keep getting bad people, bad partners or bad girlfriends or whatever in my life, I'm not going to tell everybody. I'm not, because all I'm doing is just telling people the stuff that I attract, because you got somebody on the other side of the screen sitting there watching it and they always have good experiences. So what does that say about me if I'm always having bad experiences? All right. Y'all know I always save the game for the end. That's just something to think about. All right, fellas. So I appreciate you guys for watching today. Do not forget thetoptierman.com, where you can get my fragrances or book a one-on-one coaching call with me, guys. These two fragrances that I have right now, my Charisma fragrance, which is the year-round, also the Superman fragrance, which is the summer fragrance, both of them are top tier. 100%, and it's not just a name, fellas. Both of them are top tier. Great masculine smells that women are gonna love. 100%, guys. A link for that is in the description. Y'all go check that out. Also, again, if you need a one-on-one call with me so I can help you out with any of your problems, whether it be fitness, finances, women, self-development, health, whatever, man, I got your back. It's your boy KD. Thanks for watching again. If you haven't liked the video, please hit that like button. Also, shout out to all my new subscribers. We out of here, baby.